Alright, so excuse any wind noise with this, but we are back at the pond. This is our drag that we're going to be using, and you can see we've got these 2.5 pound plates set up about every 7 feet. Down here, that's going to stay on this side of the pond. We're going to drag the rest of this across to that side of the pond, tie off on it there, tie off on it here, hook it to the back of the Xterra, and pull it out and see if we can get most of this pondweed out. I don't know if you guys can see just how thick that is, but it's like that the whole bay down. So we'll see if we can't get it all out of here today. Alright, so we've got this rigged up. This tighter line is going down to this bank, and the looser line I left a little bit of slack, but that's going to go back here somewhere. But those lines should both be the same length, so we should end up with a roughly isosceles triangle going to here, straight across, and cut a diminishing swath, I guess, from there back to here. We'll pull this a couple times and should be able to get the worst of it out today. So we're going to go ahead and put it in low lock and see what happens. Alright, so we are down here at the pond. My fiance is back here. See, she's getting that pulled tight for us. We are dragging the pond, and I'll show you what this looks like here in just a second. So we've got our line here. She's pulling that way, and what this does, those weights in there, see if we can see where we're at. You'll see stuff start moving as those weights go over it. What we're hoping is that it pulls it out by the roots. You see all that stuff floating on the top is stuff that's been pulled. When we're done doing like this, we'll come back in and take the weights off, give us a little more surface area. Should be able to just drag all that mat right off the top, and we'll be in good shape. It's a good, affordable way of cleaning out a pond. We've got maybe $100 in this stuff. We'll see ya. You can see all the movement. Those are mostly tadpoles, but you can see how much stuff we pulled out of this also. That's a good haul. We've got that much out already. We've got more to go. So yeah, I'm gonna be quiet here and get these tadpoles tossed back in the water, then we'll get all this stuff cleaned up off of here. So as far as exactly what it is that we're doing, we've got the skid steer here. We anchor here, run that all the way down one line. The weights are somewhere in here. Laney's got the Xterra over here. I'm gonna go back and stand somewhere in this area and hold on to it so she can get roughly square, if you will, in the middle of the pond with the weights, and then she'll drive back around here, come back to me here, we'll unhook this, we'll put this loop and the loop that's on the back of the Xterra, put it on the ball hitch, and then we'll put the clevis on the outside of it and use it as a kind of pseudo pulley so that we're not running into the barn when we pull everything that way. Gives us a little bit of mechanical advantage with it too, and it's working out real good. We got that big pile out so far, got more to go, and Laney's ready for me, so we're gonna get to it. All right, well, we are out of time for this evening, but we've got plans to finish this up in the morning. All that stuff you see floating on top of the pond, that is all stuff that's cut. Not all of the vegetation that's down in the bottom of this pond is ripped up. There's, you know, looking down at it now, there's still plenty out there, but there's definitely a lot that's been cut, just so you can see what we got done today. That's the pile right here that we did. That's the vehicle that was pulling it, and that pretty thing getting in the driver's seat. She was the one that, huge help today. Couldn't have done it without her. So we got a lot done today, and life's good. We're gonna come back and finish up in the morning. We'll see how big we can get that pile of weeds, curly leaf pondweed, out of the pond. We'll see how big we can get that, and stay tuned, I guess, for part 3 of 3. We'll be wrapping this up in the morning. A little bit of sweat equity going into this, but not a whole lot of money. So life's good. We think, Laney, life good? Life's good.